Have you ever wished you could go back and undo one decision in your life? Maybe it was something you said in anger. Maybe it was a job you didn't take, or a relationship you let slip away. Welcome to the most human emotion we have, regret. And today, we're going to explore how this painful feeling can actually become one of your greatest tools for growth, if you use it wisely. Let's dive into the psychology of regret and how to turn it into fuel for a smarter, better life. First, what is regret? Regret is that uncomfortable emotional cocktail made of disappointment, self-blame, and a pinch of what if. It shows up when we compare what is to what could have been. Psychologists define regret as a backward-looking emotion, focused on actions we took or failed to take. But here's the key. Regret is not just emotional noise. It's cognitive. It's analytical. It's your brain running a mental simulation of an alternate life path. And that makes it incredibly powerful. If you listen to what it's trying to teach you, let's break it down. There are two main types of regret. First, regret from action. Things we did and wish we hadn't. Like sending a harsh text, or cheating on a test, or quitting too soon. Second, regret from inaction. Things we didn't do and wish we had. Not saying, I love you, not taking that chance. Not standing up for yourself. Interestingly, in the short term, we tend to regret actions more. But over the long term, the inactions eat away at us. In a famous study by Thomas Gilovich and Victoria Medvex, participants were asked about their biggest life regrets. Only 12% mentioned things they had done. A full 54% mentioned things they hadn't done. So while action regrets sting, inaction regrets tend to last longer and feel heavier. Why? Because inaction regrets are often tied to our identity. They're not just about bad choices. They're about unlived lives. Let that sink in. Not becoming who you wanted to be. Not exploring that side of yourself. Not stepping up when it mattered. This is where regret stops being just a feeling and becomes a map. It points to what truly matters to us, to our missed values, to who we are at our core. Now here's the twist. We live in a no regrets culture. We see tattoos that say no regrets. We hear people say, I don't believe in regrets. And it sounds strong, confident, liberated. But is it really? The truth is, people who deny regret often shut down the very process that makes regret useful. Because regret, when acknowledged and reflected upon, helps us make better future decisions. It's like emotional pain. Just like physical pain tells you to take your hand off a hot stove, regret tells you, don't make that same mistake again. But here's the challenge. Regret only works if you process it in a healthy way. And unfortunately, many people do the opposite. They ruminate. They replay the scene 500 times in their head. They beat themselves up, and that leads to shame, paralysis, and self-loathing. This is where the science gets practical. Psychologists have found 3 strategies that help people deal with regret constructively. Number 1, self-compassion. Instead of judging yourself harshly, talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend. Yes, you messed up. Yes, you wish it were different. But you're human, and humans are learning machines. This mindset doesn't erase the regret. It just stops it from defining you. Number 2, cognitive reappraisal. This means reframing the situation to see what you gained, not just what you lost. Maybe the breakup that shattered you helped you discover independence. Maybe the job you missed pushed you towards something more meaningful. Maybe the silence in a moment of injustice taught you the value of courage. So you never stay silent again. You can't change the past, but you can change what the past means to you. And number 3, make meaning by taking action. Turn regret into a lesson and then apply it. If you regret not spending time with your parents, call them today. If you regret not learning a skill, start now. If you regret hurting someone, apologize. Action is the antidote to emotional paralysis. Now let's zoom out. What do people regret most in life? According to a massive study by Daniel Pink, surveying over 15,000 people in the US and globally, There are four core categories. 1. Foundation regrets. These are about stability, not saving enough, not taking care of your health, neglecting basics. 2. Boldness regrets. The chances you didn't take, not switching careers, not asking someone out, not starting that business. 3. Moral regrets. Cheating, lying, betraying someone, going against your own values. And 4. Connection regrets. Friendships that faded, love never expressed, family rifts never healed. And here's what's profound. Across cultures, age groups, and backgrounds, the boldness and connection regrets rise to the top. Not trying, not connecting, not loving fully. That tells us something deep about being human. We are wired not just to succeed, but to connect and to grow. Regret is the emotional signal that says, you missed a growth opportunity. Now let's get personal. Think of one regret in your life, something that still makes you wince. Don't run from it. Instead, ask, what does this regret say about what matters to me? What value did I neglect? What decision-making pattern needs to change? This is where regret becomes wise. And here's a powerful truth. The people with the healthiest relationship to regret are not those who never feel it, but those who learn from it and let it shape their future. They don't live in the past, but they visit it with purpose. And maybe that's what we need to do more of. To stop pretending we're perfect. To stop editing our story like it was flawless. And instead, to own it, to understand it, and to write better chapters moving forward. Because regret is not your enemy. It's a mirror. It reflects your values. It shows your growth edges. And it pushes you, not to dwell in the past, but to design a better future. So the next time you feel regret creeping in, don't push it away. Listen to it. Learn from it. Then thank it. And move forward a little wiser than before.